That's it. That's it.
Okay, let's rewind. Okay, call the meeting to order. Can I get a motion for our approval of minutes?
A motion.
Second?
Second.
Perfect. Okay, so first item on our agenda is old business. At our January meeting, we talked about committees and committee assignments. So Yesenia wasn't here, so we wanted to wait for you to be here before we talked about those, so.
I'm alive.
It's not fun, was it?
We were all sitting in the meeting. I think the meeting was almost over and I said,
Yeah,
oh, I got a message from Yesenia.
Yeah, I did, go back and I saw the meeting.
Oh, okay,
And,
perfect.
And, and I did love about the ward meetings. But then when I got the email, I was like, wait, hold on, like, you know, are we supposed to just go ahead and meet with them? What are we gonna say? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna do it?
So that was the reason
Yes.
why I put in the email, let's
Right.
just wait till this time, wait, we're already, well, I don't know about that, but then we
Yeah.
can hear it, and then we can talk about it, then we can go from here
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
there.
So right now, all that's been sent is the introduction emails. I told them I'd follow up once we had more information, or that the committee would follow up, whichever. So if that looks like 2 months of planning in the committee, and then we start having these board meetings, that's totally fine. I just wanted to go ahead and get everybody's emails linked up together.
You were gonna start your meetings in April.
Whenever we can. If we could start them in April, that'd be great, but that was what the mayor was talking about, was that he would like to have one before the May 13th vote for the BAM. But if that's too short of notice, I completely understand. It's completely up to the committee.
I was saying, being just an introduction, just meet, chat, don't have to have an agenda. It's not an official meeting, you know, just
Yeah.
find out what's on some people's minds, is what I was thinking. But I haven't done it, I haven't set up a committee meeting yet.
Right.
So I was.
Haven't set up an introductory meeting yet.
For the first meeting, but then, and then that's what I was talking about in my emails, like, after that, you know, I think we do need to plan, like, how our meetings are gonna go,
Mhm.
because we did a bunch of people in the room, like, we can all talk about this and that, and then we never get anything
Right,
done,
yeah.
unless we have a plan to follow. And, I didn't wanna just, you know, us, like, hey, let's go ahead and get together, and
Right.
then we don't end up doing nothing
Yeah.
at the end of the day. And so thinking I'm not saying like we have to plan every single detail, like every single minute, but maybe have like, I don't know, an ideas or this month we're gonna talk about this or that. And, have topics, or how are we gonna, how our meetings are gonna look like. That, I think that was also, that something that, our committee was not helping, that we were all getting together, but we were kind of like, okay, what do we do?
Right.
And so we were, just a little bit wandering around. So now I think we have more of a structure, a little bit more structure, and I feel like it's going a lot better.
So we want to get like because every ward meeting will probably look different. But if we at least have like a foundation for
Yeah.
each ward meeting, that would help you guys.
Yes. Yeah. And, what exactly do we want? What information we want from them? What do we want the meetings to look like? Or, and I had doubt, like, is it something we need to announce at this city? And I know, like, I think you said, like, meeting with somebody, we had to, like, schedule it and announce it and stuff like that. So is it something we need to announce ahead of time? And,
Yes,
you know.
so once you guys get in like your individual groups with, I don't know if that's like the 2 community engagement people from each ward, if y'all want to be the ones that plan it, or if you want to actually like Ward 4, you want to talk to all of your Ward 4, Jack, who's your other, Jordan, like if you want to get all of your, I don't know if it is just something that you guys want to take and run with, like as just a committee, or if you actually want to be in your individual wards to start talking about what you want to do. Does that make sense? It's not making sense in my head.
You mean like all of us help with each ward meeting?
Right.
Or just the two teams?
Right, yeah,
People.
yeah.
What do you think?
We can try it by ward.
Mhm.
And 'cause I see that the committee assignments, so instead of assigning, this can kind of be the
Yeah,
assignment,
mhm.
like that's like 2-in-1.
Mhm.
We can try it by ward and see how it goes, and if not, then we can, always go back to being a whole committee thing. The whole committee meets with this,
Right.
but, I think it would help, like, at the event,
Mhm.
if a Ward 2 person comes, to like, oh, talk to Jasenia
Mhm.
or Rod. And that can also be the way we divide ourselves in events,
Mhm.
like, one from each ward
Yeah.
can be there, and, you know, you're gonna be in close contact with your ward members, so you're gonna be like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna email this person.
Mhm.
I think it would be easier to address issues
Right.
if we have that connection
Mhm.
really good with our individual ward.
Yeah.
Do we have, like, just how to get the word out is what I'm wondering. I mean, I know we have a list of all the registered voters probably, you know, I mean, how, other than trying to have I don't think we can get a billboard, but, you know, like on the city, on Facebook, but there's just so many other people that,
We can always, so once I think first we need to figure out what we want these ward meetings to look like, but then once we get the ward meetings like on the calendar, I'll put them on Facebook, I'll put them in our water billing newsletter. We can probably do a promo video with the mayor. He'll probably be happy to do one of those. So, I mean, we can get the word out. We can do a press release, send it to the newspapers, just letting people know, because, I mean,
You might be able to get Jimmy Parker to do a little quick, that we're gonna have.
Yeah.
for-
yeah. So we might could get billboards.
Does it fit the platform to do next door, so we get more than just dogs?
yeah. Thinking, yes.
Neighbors,
Yeah, we can post on Nextdoor, and I can always, once we actually start having these, I can create a little graphic for everybody to start sharing around. But I think the purpose of the ward meetings is to, number one, give you guys a better understanding of like our ward, like who's in the ward with you, but also so that on that day, like say what ward are you? 3? So we're Ward 2. So say everybody in Ward 2 meets over at US Pizza one day.
Yeah.
And that way, like, you guys can get up there and start talking about stuff, or have the mayor get up there and talk about stuff, but more than anything, I think what we're talking about is just having everybody in one place. That if a resident comes up and they want to talk to somebody about water sewer, here's your spot that you could sit there and talk to somebody about water sewer. Or talk about, they want parks expanded or something, they can sit there and talk to their actual ward representative at that event. So,
Like the parks board,
right.
the water board.
Mhm.
yeah, I can imagine a lot of it's on hearings about changing the zoning.
Mhm. That's a big topic right now.
I know.
So then it looks like having an outline for what the meetings can look like, which we can all plan together,
Mhm.
and then make it individualized, go out into our respective.
So,
You keep it positive and not,
I'll put comments at the end. I want to get, just so that you can handle business and then address any concerns, and also just go, okay, we don't know this time, but next time, like, we'll have answers for you, or we can put you in contact with these people. I would always put concerns at the end.
Well, and also we should have, you know, the comment or question box.
question box.
And so that can also help us
Mhm.
to, we can answer those questions
Yeah.
during those meetings.
Mhm.
Um,
So what if we, for each of these, what if we planned to start each ward meeting out with the mayor? Like have the mayor address the crowd and just welcome everybody, kind of explain what the purpose of the town hall is, or not town hall, but the ward meeting is. And then he could open it up to whatever our next section would be, whether that's questions or I don't know if we want to let each ward, or each committee, like, speak to the community as well.
As an introduction, I would, if I'm just be a citizen and knew nothing. Yeah, someone from each of the, explain what they do.
Maybe
I think that would be
introduce,
great.
maybe
like,
the
yeah.
ward members actually introducing themselves and what they represent.
And get the, and as they come in the room, have a little, or do you have any questions you want to ask me?
Mm.
So it's already done. And as they're doing introductions, they can finish writing.
Mhm. So if we start these out with an introduction from the mayor, just welcoming everybody, and then go into commission and committee introductions. Other people do this.
I think that's gonna take, 'cause it's all of it, everybody in this list is gonna be there, right?
Mhm. Hopefully,
So I think
that would be the goal.
that would take plenty of
Yeah.
time, 'cause for the first meeting, I think that would be plenty of time, like,
Yeah.
for each individual person to introduce themselves and give a little explanation of, what, how they, the residents, and like, you can contact me for this, for
Yeah.
that. I think that's gonna be plenty of time. That
Okay.
would, and then like if the mayor talks,
Mhm.
and then each person talks.
Yeah.
I don't know, do they talk a lot?
They
Like,
can.
I talk a lot.
They can. They definitely can.
Mhm.
Well, and always for this first meeting, we would kind of want it to be like a just introductory
Mhm.
meeting. Maybe open it up to residents to ask questions or read off the questions that we have already submitted.
Let me say that if mayor talks, you're gonna introduce the committee or commission
Mhm.
members. And then in short intro, that's what I'm hearing, but if this first meeting, you're trying to get word out about BAM, then I would think to just control the time frame of the meeting, you would limit your questions to that topic. Similar to having an agenda where you, like, in a committee meeting at the General Assembly, if it ain't on the agenda,
Right.
you don't address it.
Right.
But, I mean, I'm not saying we have to run that like that, but I think on this one, it's probably an hour-long meeting. I think by the time you get all that done, and they ask questions, what is this? More taxes, none, no new taxes, just none. So, and then answer that, and then, how is that happening? You can, but anyway, and then, if you have, more at the end, you might get some, but I would open up the first round of questions to just the one topic, the ban. Just a suggestion.
Right.
So the question would be, are we wanting to have the meeting before May? 'Cause if we are, then we would do the BAM,
Mhm.
but if
Right.
not,
Well, that's what
then
the mayor
BAM
wanted.
would be out,
Mhm.
right? Is
Yeah.
that what would happen? If we do it after May?
Yeah, then the vote would already be over.
Yeah,
So when we talked about this, the mayor was really excited about hopefully getting these
before. Okay.
which of course, that's gonna be up to everybody else's schedules. So I'm kinda on the same page as you, that if we do end up having this before May, that maybe that's the only topic. I would have to make sure with our city attorney that that would be okay. 'Cause I personally can't tell people to go out and vote for it. I can't tell people to vote yes or no. All I can do is say, if somebody asks when the election is, I can say May 13th. I can't tell them that it would be great for the city, none of that. All I can do is inform.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if,
But that's what we would do, is just inform.
right, yeah.
I'm not saying that we say vote for or against, because
Right.
we may be divided in this room whether we're gonna vote
Right.
for or against it.
Mhm.
Just the general questions, that would come up.
Yeah.
And, to know that It is not a new tax.
Mhm.
Is everyone here, like, okay with having a meeting? 'Cause, like, before May, we would have to do it this
Mhm.
month or next month.
We've got to get everything together.
My only problem is, in Ward One, there are no restaurants. There is no US Pizza, or Larry's, or Bishop Park, you know, so, yeah.
Where's,
We may be at the Circle K.
where's, Ward One?
Or maybe Bryant Parkway Elementary.
That way.
Parkway,
I don't even know where it's at.
I've been looking, I've been studying the map, I've been
You pick up the little-
trying to get this one bigger, but it won't come up, so I had to do it on my phone.
You can have a picnic at a park out there. Do you have, is there a park?
So this is Ward 1.
No, we're up high.
Up high.
No, we're north, yep.
Why is this showing right now? Oh, no.
No, it's just the way
Wait.
they got the website.
Clear search location.
We're the yellow. Yep, yellow. That's
Yellow.
us.
Oh, yeah, there is really nothing there.
Anyway, it's fine, I mean, we'll find a spot. I mean, I was just,
Yeah, you can
Right.
have a picnic.
Go to the airport.
We had a meeting at the airport. It was really nice.
Nice meeting
Yeah.
in the airport.
We had a really good meeting at the airport. They have really good chairs and
Mhm.
tables.
They
It's really
do.
nice.
They have a really nice meeting room.
Really good room at,
Yeah.
Bishop, downstairs behind the.
mhm.
Mhm.
The park, fresh air.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it would be helpful to have an FAQ ready for
Okay.
something like that. That way we can respond intelligently.
But it's the BAM.
Let me show you guys.
That's right.
That was the-
There's a website
Tax.
called
There it is.
buildthebam.com, and these are all of our
It's
FAQs
gonna look like, that's the
That's-
projection.
projected. And this can all change.
I like it.
The name also will change, so it's not gonna be named.
No, this is just, I get it,
Yeah.
it's just a
Yeah.
template, so to speak.
Yeah.
It looks nice, I like it.
Then they have, which I can send you guys all of these frequently asked questions. This will be a special election.
Yeah, so like Daniel was saying, like those right there, those would be questions that I would have those printed and,
Yeah.
and have them out, because those questions people are gonna ask. Maybe some different more you may need to add, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
those probably will be the ones, looking at them, just scanning down through them. Those are some of the questions that are on people's mind.
You sure we're having a special one?
Do we need a portable
Special
screen
election.
in these meetings?
Okay.
Yeah, so in a
We had
time
it-
to be able to go ask more people what questions they have about it, and then be ready to respond.
We had information out, or Shane did, that it was not a special election. And then Allison Kane with the county, she's with the election commissioners, called and said that it is a special election, but we can only have special elections 2 times a year now, either at the general or the primaries. So it is still technically a special election.
Not tax increase. Not tax increase.
Nope, not a tax increase.
Here's the other question. All of these committee meetings are on Tuesdays and Mondays.
Mhm.
We're gonna have these everybody there is gonna be on, not Wednesday, it's church night,
Mhm.
Thursday, and that's school night.
Yeah.
I was assuming it was gonna be a Saturday morning.
Yeah, or a Saturday. So what do you guys need from me and the mayor? If you guys want to do 1 or 2 before the May 13th election, what do you need from me and the mayor? Or what can I help you guys with? Like, I'll be at all
The
these
mayor
meetings.
would be in these, to
Mhm.
talk about.
Me and the mayor would probably be at all of
You
them.
don't need to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, those are questions, you don't wanna, you wanna talk to somebody, he'd be a good person to kind of catapult it, but also, lost my train of thought.
Monday.
That it is. The thing would be to nail down if we're gonna do something prior to the thing.
Mhm.
And what is the thing that we're going to do? And what is our requirement? What do we wanna do at that thing? That's what we need to nail down, like, before we leave out of here tonight.
I imagine one of these meetings, I would imagine that me and you would have a concern, and then even in a band meeting, I would imagine that it would pull the mayor up or something up and say, "Play more." But as far as this establishing legitimacy, it would be really important for us to be the ones who facilitate the meeting.
So people will know who we are and that they,
Well, also because then it just looks more so like community engagement is just an extension of the mayor, which was what we were trying to avoid. So we're not necessarily an extension of the mayor, but we're connecting these certain citizens government.
So we the mediator, you the person that's in between.
More neutral.
I don't side with him, I don't side with you, I'm just here, I have my own opinion, like you have your own opinion. What do you want me to convey to them so that we can kind of, you know, ultimately at some point get on the same page or not? Right? Well, am I in the boat?
Other than that, I mean, then we become a mouthpiece. That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
No, I'm laughing because it's true.
I still think, even though we wanna, if it's before that we still need to have a way for people to submit
Mhm.
their questions on
Prior to.
other issues.
Prior to.
I was thinking at it, like, have a,
So QR code, question box.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and start with whatever we were gonna put at the Duck Derby. Go ahead and get it started and use it here.
Yeah.
They can start submitting
Mhm.
questions.
yeah.
I think those questions would lead into the next one of these quarterly meetings,
Yeah.
if you had them quarterly. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that,
No, no,
I'm just
you're right.
throwing it out there. We don't need them monthly.
No.
Agreed,
Already
agreed.
got that.
The way I'm picturing these are maybe twice a year or
That's better,
quarterly.
yeah.
I don't think anything more than, I mean, unless there's something crazy going on in Bryant, I don't see a need for,
Fall, spring, summer.
yeah, that'd be perfect.
If we meet next month, which it'll have to be like, of course, the end of this, end of March or in April. And so we have roughly a 6-week window here. And you ask what we would need. We would need the FAQ.
Mhm.
And if we're gonna have a QR code or suggestion box, you can just get a suggestion box and whatever, paper, you know, but the QR code have to build. But also you would need information on Duck Derby, because that would be another thing to talk about and another thing that we could bring forth and open up for questions. What is Duck Derby? Do I have to bring a duck? Do I have to buy a duck? And, you know, things, so I think those would be the two things that we would need. Just info about Duck Derby, with maybe if we need an FAQ for Duck Derby? Like, okay, but anyway, and I think the BAM, I think it's there. I think that kind of does it, so get a copy of that.
And then I can, over the next few weeks, I can start scouring social media too and see what other questions people are asking. I mean, most of these are questions that like Shelley Pool with Myceline has gotten, but we don't update it. I mean, I don't update it at all, I can't. But the chamber only updates it when they think a question has been asked enough times, I guess.
So do we need audio-visual capability?
We could have this up if we wanted to.
Could you,
Also, go ahead.
could you provide a more detailed, like, FAQ for us? Like,
Mm-hmm.
one that has the explanations and justification?
Yep.
It would be good also, I don't know if this person, but it'd be good to have the chamber there.
Okay.
But I don't know if they can make 4 different meetings.
Right.
But
I can keep them in the loop though, for sure.
if the chamber had if he had comments,
Mm-hmm.
let's say Ward 1, we get and we meet in our picnic. at Midland Park, that's what we got. So we
Yeah,
need,
you see,
we
you got
need,
it.
we'll get a hot dog at the soccer games, right?
Landed on feet.
So, but anyway, and the chamber's there, and he lines out some questions, but he's not able to make the Ward 2 or something, then at least that information
Yeah,
could be presented, or at least have something from the chamber
yeah.
to hand out. That would be better. Instead of
Okay.
inviting them, if we just had something from the chamber that if they want to hand out anything, have it there.
Okay.
But theirs might be biased,
Mhm.
and so it would probably need a disclaimer on it,
Right.
or go through legal.
I believe, so the committee did push cards, that basically have the FAQs on the back, and then the front just says when you can vote. And the chamber has those, so, but at the bottom, they all say paid for by the Bryant Chamber of Commerce. So that might be something that we could use. Technically, it's, yeah. But they would have to provide it. We couldn't,
Daniel was saying is we don't need to look biased on this. But Shane is gung ho.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's, yeah. I mean,
That's the
you
thing
all
Yeah,
start
no.
getting excited when you're.
Like,
So am I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what was it, they, like for the parkway, for the road, you know, they had the big poster boards and
Mhm.
they did a whole presentation. Does the city have something like that for this?
so, no, we don't, and the reason is because right now this is just a concept. We know that once May 13th, if it passes, that the architects will probably go and build their own thing. So, Crete doesn't want to put out anything that has the concept on it, but the chamber can, if that makes sense. So if you guys wanted to talk to the chamber, one of you would have to do it. I can talk to the chamber, but I couldn't ask them for the concept posters or anything, but they might have some that are available.
Now, I am excited about this, but I think it's also important to not forget, the ward members and the introduction in our meetings.
Mhm.
So I think like, I don't know, what do y'all think about it? I was thinking like, for my
Mhm.
ward meeting, you don't have to do it like this, but I was thinking maybe like me, like we can introduce, and like start off the meeting and then let the members introduce themselves
Mhm.
and also give a small description, because I think that's really important.
Yeah.
To get that information, and this is like the first meeting that,
Mhm.
so to get that on there. Would it be wrong to kind of like introduce, the mayor, kind of like when you came and introduced the project to us, that, you know, you came and you told us all the information?
Mhm.
Would that be, could we structure it like that?
Oh, that's
Like
fine.
where we start off the meeting, we do the intro, and then like, hey, we have some
Yeah.
guests here to talk about this.
Absolutely.
And then, because you're gonna have way more answers than we are,
Right.
but, you know, at the same time, we're the ones, like you said, doing the meeting.
Right.
And so it's not you hosting the meeting and we're part of your
Right.
meeting, it's us and then you're part of us.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's a
So-
great idea.
I was just scratching an agenda, it could be who we are and what we do, so who we are, like intros, what we do, how do we serve the people, and then the reason we're here, the first part is just talk about BAM and Duck Derby. Then we want to hear from you, what are some concerns that you have, how can we connect you with people who may help? Then, for the questions we may not be able to get to today or connect you with, we'll answer those in our next.
Bingo, that's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to write down.
Yeah, I mean, us.
That would be it. It needs to be streamlined, be that way.
I tried to write it down too, I think I got it.
You got it.
Yeah,
I mean, on an email.
Yeah.
You want to, you need.
Email it, you can just take a
Yeah,
picture of it and email it.
I can put it in, email it,
Yeah.
like a skeleton. So I think next month, what we could do is we could just practice hosting our meeting while we meet together, and then we'd be ready for it in May.
No, because we have to meet before May.
Yeah.
It needs to be in April.
So I thought
Yeah.
that it would just be, so it'd be in April.
Yes, so we can,
But
so just send it in,
We could just call it a session, or,
yes, so I was gonna say that. We have our meetings the third Monday of every month, but if you guys ever think that we need to have like a special meeting, or like
Mhm.
you guys wanna meet the first week of April, that's totally fine. And the time does not have to always be Monday at 6. This one does, but if you guys wanted to do another meeting, we could do it Thursday or whatever.
A special meeting, it has to be put on the calendar, is it, right? It has to be open to the public.
Then 3 days.
Okay, that's fine. You got my question. There you go.
I think you come up with a date when you're gonna know what the date will be.
Yeah.
Um,
The other thing, when you have your question and answer, you better limit it to a certain amount of time or somebody's gonna draw that now.
You have to.
we'll talk forever.
Maybe give everybody like 2 minutes, 3
It
minutes.
might be good to just submit and have somebody looking at the questions while the meeting's going.
And maybe not do a, like,
These are the questions that we've had, these are the ones that we can answer. You have your contact information, if we didn't get to you, we'll put you in contact with whoever's.
yeah.
Or is it anywhere they can go where we can post the answers to the questions?
Yeah.
Something like that, maybe. That's just a thing to think about,
Yeah.
you know, 'cause like Jack was saying, like, Dan was saying, time is gonna be limited.
Right.
Do the introductions and all that stuff. We're gonna eat up half the time right there.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about people, and you're talking about people and things that's going on and stuff you're talking about, where their money going and this kind of thing, even though it's not being another tax, so I got questions.
Yeah.
'Cause I wanna know where my money going. What are you doing? Well, we only got what?
Nothing.
An hour, which is nothing.
But I think there needs to be somebody that's monitoring that and saying,
Yeah, I agree.
we would love to answer that.
Mhm.
Meeting, we're gonna do this. But the thing that is unusual about our committee, that nobody else involved with the city has, is that it's important that the citizens know that we are not employees.
Right.
We are not
Well, that'd be one of,
paid to do this.
I would think that, if we do introductions and stuff like that, that would be one thing that's put out at the beginning of the meeting, to tell them, I don't work for the city does not employ me, this is strictly volunteer.
So I'm not sure if we ever circle back around of, ironing out our updated vision and mission statement, to have that ready to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because even when we talk about engagement, it's kind of been taking two different tracks as far as, are we just simply increasing the communication between citizens and government, or are we trying to increase connections between the people in Bryant? I feel like it's really a both,
It's
but
both.
at different times, we focused on one more
Different things.
heavily than the other.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to say, no, we want to increase the connection so that we can feel more as a community, but also take care of the needs that you guys have, and put you in the contact with the people that you need to be in contact with. So as far as just updating or ironing out our vision and our mission statements, I mean, the goals that we've established still align, but we don't have that concrete statement, and I feel like that's necessary.
I thought we did have the,
I think we did.
No,
Go back through
we
it.
did it
I
in
think we
the
did
first
that in the
meeting.
first meeting.
First meeting
When
back.
Jordan, yeah, when, we,
I did.
I thought that was already set.
Yeah, I think we did that. I think that was one of the first things we did, because we were supposed to be, that's when they made us official, they voted to make us official or whatever.
Oh, yes.
And that's why I don't know if we ever circled back to say,
Yeah.
yes, this is the
I
statement.
think we did, but we'll see, it's there.
Not trying to call you out, but I think you were out the first
I don't feel
meeting.
called out at all.
Huh?
He doesn't seem good.
Okay, yeah, I was like, I'm not trying to, no, but I think, you were out those, meetings. And all that.
Down in the middle, ain't it? Right there, February 26th. Is that not it?
This one.
I don't know if that's it.
Maybe you just type in vision or something.
It's in there.
Oh, that's gonna bring so much up.
Surely that would get mission statement.
We didn't. What about,
That's old.
I'm not sure about that. This might have been y'all's first mission statement.
yeah, so I don't know.
Do you have to have engagement vision?
Mhm. Can you go to your drive? You might be able to sort it from your drive. and then search the vision. And then most, where it says most relevant by date,
Pretty,
to the right. Yeah. I'm gonna do CDC vision. Just a little bit. That's not what I got.
It's not.
This might have it in there. No, that's a vacancy.
That could be the homework.
I'm pretty sure we
Yeah, you would think. There's 3 different bylaws.
I guess purpose.
Purpose, to help build trust and confidence between the city and its residents by serving as the City of Bryant's extended communications arm, raising awareness on city services, promoting our vision of inclusivity, and encouraging resident participation in local activities and governance.
All I heard was refine.
You're saying we need to make that better?
I mean, not necessarily make it better, but a little more concise. We can go with that. That's
Oh,
good.
that's not it.
Hey, man, that's a research assistant. That's
I know, I use it all the time.
Build trust and confidence between the City of Bryant and its residents by enhancing communication, raising awareness of city services, promoting inclusivity, and encouraging participation in local activities and governance.
You use all those inclusive.
Communicating services, events.
Enhancing communications, raising awareness of city services, and community events. I'll send you this to you guys.
Okay, so you guys want to look at, we hit everything on this one? Maybe doing a practice run at some point, and a special meeting, and then picking a date to make sure that we can discuss these before the vote on the 13th of May. If we hit committee assignments today, then we can also use them to spread awareness too.
Just, due to the lack of time, would we ever want to do just all awards? Meeting with all awards? First one, just to get the BAM, prior to BAM, and then after that, we do our own? What do you think, Dan? No, I'm just concerned about trying to get these
I think
done.
having BAM might increase the attendance just because it is such a big point of interest at this point. So it can almost be like something that you launch the individual ones. We're holding these together, but in the future, we'll most likely hold individual meetings. So BAM could be something that brings us all together and we don't have to do all the legwork for the first time. Or we can collaborate on the first one.
Or do Ward 1 and 2 together, and 3 and 4 together.
I was just thinking,
I was actually thinking the same thing. I didn't wanna sidetrack what we already got going, because we seem to be doing that a lot but I agree with you. I think that since we're kind of tight and to the point, it's gonna just about have to be on a Thursday night, and there's a limited number of Thursdays, and are there 4 of them in the next 6 weeks? Well, there are, but yeah, I for this first one, to get out the information that we're, the BAM and the Duck Derby, why not? Then I don't have to have a picnic.
You're still gonna have to have it.
Anyway, we could do that, and it can be at Bishop,
You still have to have
Or,
it.
it could be at the park, and we're the we let parks host it, but we'll be the ones that are the, calling the meeting. I think that's a good idea. I just, so now that there was somebody else that's like bringing it up, and like there's more of us here that think that's good, I agree.
All right, let's do it.
I think it's a great idea. First meeting, we could call it,
Let's set a time,
All ward.
right, so that we. so that
community
we have deadline.
engagement meeting, community engagement town hall,
Yes.
Town hall.
community engagement town.
Town hall is like a,
Yeah, it sounds different, yeah. Engagement. All about BAM.
Well, if I like.
No, we can't do
You
that.
don't like town hall? Okay,
Oh, they been good lately.
so we like
What?
the same layout though, the same
I do.
order of events. Okay, so first is gonna be, who we are. The introduction. Second is what we do. And what'd you say third was?
BAM Duck Derby, kind of like point of the meeting.
So in this intro, the committees will introduce themselves and then kind of explain what we're hosting the meeting for. And then we'll go into what each, am I confusing myself and everyone?
No, so if we came, it'd be like, we're the Community Engagement Committee, this is what we do, these are the people that you would look to for different information, and then we could say, this is so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so responsible for these different things. And today's purpose, we want to discuss a couple big events that we have coming up, being BAM, and then the vote on BAM, and then also, we know we have some questions about BAM, and we'd like to inform you. Noting again that.
So we would still introduce the ward members?
Yep.
I think we could.
all need to be there.
You think there's gonna be enough time?
Maybe if,
Just introduce them and not have a,
I would just say like,
this
Or
is
what
what,
do we say, there's more meetings coming up,
Yeah.
another meeting coming up to individual, like, I don't know.
So
It
we're
just
at
says,
CEC,
like,
and we have with us the planning commission, we've got
Yeah.
parks, water,
and then we can just intro whoever is there that day. Like, say we only get 5 planning commission members, we can just say like, this is so-and-so with planning commission, so-and-so with planning commission. So maybe instead of having everyone introduce themselves and like give 5 facts about their lives or whatever, we can just say like, this is so-and-so with the blank committee.
And have name tags,
Yeah.
that's with their job.
Yeah.
Name tags for the citizens. And then, social at the end, so they can mingle.
Mm. Yeah. Right. I'm sure people will do that anyways.
So as far as name tags go, that always seems to fall under you.
Yes. So do we want, I'm not sure I can get, because I've ordered the new name tags for our new members. I'm not sure they'll be here in time. So what if we just did one color of those tags you can get that you write your name on?
Mhm.
What if we did one color for the committee members and then one color for residents?
Yeah.
So we could indicate who is with who.
So if we have ours, we don't wear them?
Or I guess you could.
I would wear it additionally, but still have
Yeah.
that color thing.
Yeah.
So we could be identified.
Big devil's advocate, why did Coffee with the Mayor stop?
We just never picked it back up, because it was really Alan's thing,
I saw
started
him
with-
the other day.
with Alan's call.
He lived down the street from me. Didn't even know it.
And then we've just never really come up with anything else for treats, so. And we never got any residents at those. We maybe sometimes got one.
Farmers Market for their meeting. Sorry. I was listening to.
Hey, you know, it'd be out of another little trinket. Boston.
Yeah, we could bring Boston to all the committee meetings. Have y'all heard of Boston yet?
Other than dog.
You guys don't know Boston? Come on now.
Seen the pictures?
It is St. Patrick's Day.
This is the mayor's new dog.
That makes it more personal.
Actually, the city of Bryant's new dog.
Yeah, he comes to work with the mayor every day.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this one.
This dog was at the shelter.
For over 500 days.
Oh, I love the first picture.
This
That
is,
way.
I know. Yeah, so our city attorney, she had to go to animal control one day. And she brought Boston back and she said, I'm not taking this dog back to the shelter. And so we went up to the mayor and the mayor was like, oh, I'm not sneezing everywhere. And so he was like, I'll give him a weekend and see how he does with my family. The family freaking loved him. Came back and was like, I guess I'm keeping the dog. So he comes to work with him every day.
Beautiful.
Look at him in the front seat, he's like,
That's literally how he rides everywhere.
messenger prince.
Well,
Yeah, but we could have him at all our ward meetings.
so I hear what you're saying as far as like getting people out, making it something that, they wanna go to. There's so much that you can appeal to people when you put it out. So we gotta be willing to, so on our end, how do we make it as attractive as possible for them to come within our means, obviously? That's something to be thinking about.
The biggest thing is gonna be getting the word out. That's number one. How do you get that word out? We gotta get the word out. And then the other thing about it is they're gonna come. That's one thing about people I learned. You can't make me go anywhere.
Yeah.
I may know about it, I may not wanna come. I'm not trying to be a party pooper, but I'm just thinking along those lines. So the other part is the first thing is getting the word out, and then us being prepared when they show up.
Mm-hmm.
I learned being in the military, that's a big thing. Prepare. If I ain't prepared, it's gonna show when they show up, and then guess what? They ain't prepared, they don't know what they're talking about, they don't know what they're doing, how they're moving. Why would I wanna go back to that?
Mm-hmm.
So for us, we need to be prepared as best as possible. And it's gonna always be something that's gonna catch you off guard. Got a famous saying, or it's a book I read, got a famous saying, when life offers you resilience, what will you do? Well, how will you respond? So I think for us, how we respond in that moment. And we're gonna have questions and things like that. It's just, okay, how do we prepare for the meeting? I like the agenda. The agenda thing hits down the points for us. And then are we ready to go with this stuff? And I think, like you said, a trial specialist, we need to do that to make sure that we're ready to go at this date. So when we hit this date, we're good. So we kind of backwards planning now to get
I'm not
there.
sure how effective yard signs are gonna be. I think it's better than nothing for us to be able to hit some high traffic areas, some gas stations, some businesses on our.
There's some flyers or something like
Yeah,
that.
just have some set places where we know we can go and put them down and then pick them up, and it's not gonna be a nuisance to anybody. But if you're on the corner of Reynolds or something, by the bank and Chick-fil-A, that's gonna be somewhere that's always gonna be crowded. If you're at a gas station, there are captive audiences there. And that way they can at least see it, and you're still increasing, the visual.
What do you think about like a generic yard sign that says, like community engagement, town hall? It has a QR code that went to like a page on our website, and that's where we would put when we're hosting these. That way we could reuse it every time we start, like, when the ward
Yeah.
meetings start happening, we could just reuse these yard signs.
I think, what you said, Jimmy
Barcode
Parker
on driving.
would probably do, like,
QR code on driving.
no, he has those. I've been seeing it everywhere. And
Oh, yeah.
Chick-fil-A, yeah, by the outlet malls, I mean, it's all over.
Yeah.
But if we could get, closer in, the ones that we all look at, ounces, at least this first one, I mean, I think it's just getting it started.
Does dollar stores let you put them up?
Or other places that you would go, yeah.
I'm not sure Dollar Shop or Dollar General. Seems fine. So I think there's two questions. Do we want to have another meeting before April 1? Should we go ahead and schedule our big town hall and plan for dates?
Yes. I think we need to have that locked in, but I just think we need to have that locked in before we leave here.
Yeah, the date and,
Because think about it.
Yep, I
If we don't, when the next time we meet? And then what's happening? We in May then.
Is that the calendar for?
Yes,
What's
so,
the third Wednesday, or third Thursday
Yeah,
of April?
it's already picked up. Spring is coming, so, you know, like.
17th.
17th, when's Easter this year?
So the only thing I'm
20th.
I'm worried about with the third Thursday is that might be Benton's third
It's the
Thursday.
21st, 20th, yeah, the
It's
20th,
Yeah.
it's the 20th.
Hey, this is the beginning of our third Thursday.
Maybe, yeah.
We're not gonna compete with.
How about the 24th, April 24th, that's the fourth Thursday.
That's a week before early voting too.
What?
Okay.
Fourth Thursday in April,
What day is council on the 29th or the 22nd?
29th.
Oh, good. You there?
So
You
it's
have it
when?
before the council meeting, they go to council, and they have public comments all night long.
There you go.
The meeting when?
April 24th. That work for everybody?
Works for me.
So you can't
Time.
tell them to vote one way or another, but can you publicize the public vote for the special election? I'm sure you can.
You can't after the election.
Yeah, I can say how many people voted.
No, I'm saying, like, can you,
Yeah.
She can't do
like,
it.
what are you guys gonna do up until the special election to get the word out that we are having a special election?
Just gonna say when they can vote and where.
Yeah, but she can't, to do anything else, it's like she,
Yeah, no,
influence.
I'm trying to, because if people just start seeing that around and that drums up interest,
Right.
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
And somehow put that info on the town hall.
You know what you can do, like, in the background of whatever the special election, you can do like one of those comic book, like, BAM things. Doesn't have to say BAM, but it'll just say like the date, so it'd be like a little splat thing. I'm like, why is that there?
Now, I will say, I cannot
Mm-hmm.
put this stuff or make this,
When the special election is.
but you guys can make graphics and flyers.
The special,
Yeah. If you're just saying the special election, all you're doing is special election, you have nothing else.
Yeah.
This is just time and date.
Mhm.
So what if it has a nice little comic book graphic in the background
That's
with an
what I'm finding
exclamation
out.
point?
yeah, walk a fine line.
Hey,
Is there any
possible
restrictions
deniability.
for us?
No, no restrictions for you guys. You guys are not,
you're a non-paid member.
you're
Like
residents,
church, they treat you like a non-paid volunteer.
Mm.
but you guys are residents who are representing other people in your.
I just want people to engage.
Where would we have,
I think Bishop's fine, I mean, that,
I was talking about Mills Park.
not in my.
So used to coming.
Oh, no, what's the Midland?
Yeah, Midland Park.
Rain or shine, I know it's gonna happen.
We could, I can see about reserving one of the rooms at Bishop, like maybe the upstairs room.
I don't see.
Maybe Bishop, or I don't know,
Um,
I guess you could do it.
Or we could always have it outside of the pavilion at Bishop.
Courtroom, I mean, it's,
Open City Hall.
Was the band 4,000 people? Two?
About 2,500.
500, I think.
Man, they won't even have to wonder who's gonna hold these things.
Yeah, we can just go to the BAM next time.
I think we could get some accidental, guests if it's at Bishop, just to see.
here's what I think, if we do it at Bishop, if there's any questions and somebody says, what's it gonna do, you say, well, this, no new taxes, but what we did before built this, and got all these softball fields, and all these baseball fields, and all these fishing ponds, and all these, and disc golf, and everything that you see here was built with this, original bond issue, and now all we're not trying to do is extend that so that we can build something just similar to this,
Improve
that
the
offers
community.
a community, a place for the community to go. I mean, that's why I would do it at Bishop, because this thing originally built Bishop.
You don't have to worry about the weather, and you've got two issues on it, not one.
I have one good idea a year, I just used it.
Good selling point,
Great selling point.
good selling point.
All right.
But you have to
It
be
is.
non-committing.
Meaning
April
the two
20th at
issues.
Bishop.
What time?
Vote
Two?
for BAM, vote for the bond district extension.
What time do you?
6 is good,
Council
I
say?
think.
Council's at 6:30. Other commissions and committees all meet at 6.
Either one of those two, I'm good with either one. 6:30 is a little bit more time for people maybe getting off at work at 5 instead of,
Man, those
Get 'em.
retirees, man, like 30
I know.
minutes.
It gets
Not
dark
ready to
early.
Might be ready to go to bed, you know.
I'm ready to go to bed at 6 o'clock.
6:30.
6:30.
Damn. How old, I'm not allowed to ask this question, but how old are you?
I am 30 for a couple more days.
Well, oh, happy birthday coming up.
So we meet next, I'm sorry.
6:30.
April 24th at what time?
6:30. Wait, I don't know. Did we decide on 6:30?
I say, yeah, let's say 6:30. Do you guys want to meet again as a committee before then?
Don't we?
Well, we'll meet on the 21st. That'll be our regular meeting, but if you guys want to have, and that'll be 3 days before, or if you guys want to have another one at the beginning of April to start, or to chat about,
What it would look like
Yeah.
specifically for that one.
Do you want these other representatives at the planning?
I think, yeah,
I think you plan it and then you tell them.
yeah.
Because if you start putting too many dogs in the fight, then guess what? Well, I think we should know, nope, we already got a plan. Hey, this is what you're here for. That's it.
You can plan your.
What
If
does-
you don't, they gonna go, they gonna take it over.
What did the previous weeks look like?
Yeah.
Oh,
I also have 5 here. I'll take off everybody's calendars except for mine. Yeah, see, I'm not as busy as everybody else.
okay, meeting back to back. Second, or maybe the 17th.
This is April.
Mhm.
But the 14th and the 17th?
That was the 24th.
On the 14th,
Well, I was looking at, you said what?
and on the 14th,
Okay.
the 7th, I'm fine.
The 17th, you're fine.
The 7th and
Oh.
the 17th, yeah, nothing.
Excuse me. Tax day.
Today I had
Friday's the
nothing on my
18th.
calendar, and I was like, yes,
No.
free day.
Never
No,
heard of it.
I was super busy today.
I'd do like the 10th.
The 10th, Thursday is 2 weeks out. That's.
All right, 10th it is.
Everybody good with that?
Everybody good with the 10th?
At 6,
We're gonna do the 10th and the 24th.
What time, 6
Well,
o'clock?
maybe-
10th will be here.
Whatever time.
What time, I mean, what place?
We can meet here for the 10th.
So we have the 10th, 21st, 24th, on April, when you get together.
we're gonna have the 10th, and then we're gonna meet our regular meeting,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna have our first,
So the 10th, the
community
21st,
engagement
and then the 24th.
Mhm.
A lot of meetings.
So the 10th and the 24th, that's for us to nail down everything and be polished. And then the 24th, well, I take that back. Well, the regular meeting is gonna be the 21st, so, but the 10th, so all 3 of these meetings leading up to before we get to the big, and then the big meeting is gonna be when?
the
24th.
24th
the
is big,
meeting,
okay.
and then the 24th is the meeting.
So the big
Yeah.
24th is 6:30 PM at Bishop is the meeting.
Yep.
All right, sweet.
Upstairs, Jordan?
Yes. And I'll confirm with Ebony, and I'll email you guys and make sure, let you guys know.
I think, so going forward then, you know, that's something we can make sure absentee people know. And they may not agree, but the absentee people know that's what we're trying to do and what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need to all make sure we on one accord. But once we get to this first meeting on the 10th, that's we should kind of have when we leave here, we should already have a polished piece in our mind. And we just put it together as we go and then, you know, see what it looks like.
You have to, would it make you know better to see what it looks like if you have one of those meetings in the same room that you're gonna be in?
Mm.
Sure.
The audio, you could try to,
Yeah, you're gonna do all that. That's just like prep classroom, same thing.
you could do that on the 10th or the 21st.
I mean, they're gonna work Monday morning when you walk
We have a
in.
discussion one that I haven't seen, we should have some projects. On the tenth,
Yeah.
yeah, the tenth at Bishop and
So y'all wanna meet at Bishop on the tenth?
As long as you can get the room.
Yeah, I'll
It
check.
makes sense to
Okay.
do it like that.
That way we can kinda see, feel, for the room, talk about setting it up, you know, people coming in,
And then back at Bishop.
Bishop.
As far as committee assignments and Duck Derby, are those things that we need to hit tonight?
We don't have to, I just wanted to show you guys, I'm working on some of the materials you guys wanted to have at our
Mm-hmm.
booth. So I showed you guys, I have the official meeting schedule
Yeah.
Okay.
with the QR code to the actual calendar, because some of those, like city council, it'll move in August because of the Salt Bowl, or like December because of Christmas, so.
Okay.
And then ward locator, that they can go to the QR code with the ward locator. All of our social medias
This is really good.
and YouTube, and then all the city representatives for each ward
Thank you.
on front and back.
Looks
That's
good.
good information, because that's what they be asking for when you.
Right.
Yeah, this is great.
Mhm.
People have been asking for.
Easy to digest.
So,
I'm giving you a full credit on this, Tommy.
Nice.
I always tell my kids I want to look good.
Numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know.
Maybe we
I
can
said I
add it
always
in.
tell my kids I want it to look good too.
Mm,
Like, it has to be
Anything
visually appealing.
nope. Oh, anything else?
Puedes apagarlo.
Oh.
I'll take a motion to, not approve, to adjourn.
Madam President, anything else?
My motion.
Need a second?
Second.
Yeah. You just updated on that right
Oh,
there, too.
yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're sending all these emails out, they're going to the